What's up, guys? On my Archfiends of Chaos, it's your King Life. It's VIX Turk, and I had to restart this whole thing because my phone kept crashing every time I tried to pull up the article. But this is actually going to be some real good news, like some really good news. I don't need to pull it up on the laptop. I got my iPad working. I'm going to be using my iPad to read the news article, but till then, I'm going to tell you what's going on. Now, I did harshly criticize Tetsuo Nomura for taking the completion of Final Fantasy VII out of Final Fantasy VII, but, there was no article explaining that he was going to do something, there was no other article that I read at the time that really could help me get into detail of what's going on with this. So, I think from what I read, it looks like he's going to keep the Final Fantasy VII universe the way it is. He's just going to change the story and continuity. But that's all Tetsuo Nomura's doing, is he's just changing the story. But no need to alarm, this is still the original universe for Final Fantasy VII. That's all this is. This is going to be just the original universe. In fact, let me go to Novia Crystallis, the news site. There's actually a news site called Novia Crystallis, which is another news site by Square Enix. So people who say I don't, review, people who I don't put my sources in there when I do. So if I can get it to load on my iPad, ain't no device wants to work today. What the fuck's up with technology nowadays? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up, but it looks like he's gonna keep the original continuity, the original universe to Final Fantasy VII. So that's good news. He's just gonna change the story. So you know what? To people who are fans of Yuffie and Vincent, I wouldn't worry about anything. He's gonna keep those characters in and make them play a part. In fact, I think what he's planning on doing, so he doesn't have to have the completion in the story. He's gonna include Zack, Vincent, Yuffie, anyone who's in the original Final Fantasy VII. So the only characters that's going to be erased is Genesis and Deep Ground, or anyone in their completion characters only. So now the article finally came up now. Final Fantasy VII Remake will retain the essence of the original. Several French outlets, including Finland, had recently had the chance to sit down with Tetsuo Nomura, where he touched on Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 and some design philosophicals. A lot it will be changed in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Nomura told Final Fantasy Dream, but the essence of the universe will not. So anything that's part of the original Final Fantasy VII will stay. So yes, you will get your extra characters, Yuffie and Vincent. You will get those characters because anything that's part of the original will still be there. Zack, Vincent, Yuffie will still be there because they're part of the original. We're just going to be spudging the completion characters only from what it looks like. So, Nomura notes that Final Fantasy VII Remake title is loaded with a lot of mystery now with existing compilation Final Fantasy seemingly off the table. If we make a compilation to these games, it would hardly have any coherence, said Norma, about Crisis Core, Service, etc. It'd be difficult because there is no more continuity between the compilations or the remake for that moment. In a separate interview with Famitsu, Nomura said the team leader is progressively with the production of goal making the game will meet fan expectations. Last year, they didn't put much information down, which, again, they kept this under wraps with Final Fantasy VII Remake. But this year, I want to show progress at the event regardless if it's clear the game is far off. Final Fantasy Remake is still being currently developed for PS4, which really I don't think it is. I think they just go back and call the voice actors and stuff, because they really hid this project. Like, I think when they said they were not going to do it, I think they were working on it. And I think Tetsuo Nomura wanted to change the game so it would have a new continuity, just so new players could get into a game, which makes a little bit of sense, because even though this is a remake, if you wanted to play the original Final Fantasy VII, they had the PlayStation edition, they had the PC edition. you know, and even the PC edition on the PS4. So, you know, you get to play the original. And then if you want to play digitally on the Vita, you could actually download the original PlayStation game and put it on the Vita, because they got it in the Vita form too. So, you know, we got the game already. Okay, we got the game. We got the game already. Okay, so don't worry about the game. Don't worry about, we already got the game. He's actually gonna just change some stuff into this. So, I don't think this is necessarily bad, as long as they're keeping the original spirit of the Final Fantasy VII original. Even if they were to cut off the extended universe, the completion, I wouldn't mind, to be quite honest. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind. I mean, this would probably hurt my cousin's chance of getting into Final Fantasy VII, because he was gonna watch Crisis Core before playing the remake, but because now he's gonna find out that Crisis Core never happened. The only thing that's gonna really happen is the only thing that really is canon now is that Sephiroth is going to betray Zack and everybody, burn down Niflheim. Not Niflheim. Sorry, I've been playing Final Fantasy 15 too much. But Nibelheim. Yeah, Sephiroth's gonna burn down Nibelheim. Zack's gonna have to face Sephiroth. Okay, I know the Last Order was never canon, but that's what Tetsuo Norma's trying to do. Since Tetsuo Norma overlooked the project for Last Order, that's pretty much what the fight between Zack and Sephiroth's gonna be. It's gonna be just like Last Order. So Genesis is not going to play a picture in this. So the only parts of Crisis Core that I gotta say that are canon are the ones that deal with Zack and Cloud. So there's not going to be no Angeal. There's not going to be no Genesis. So it's going to be a mystery how Zack got his Buster Sword. But but Zack's still. But it's good. Don't worry. Zack's in the flashback scenes. Zack's still gonna die and give Cloud the Buster Sword, and that's how Cloud became Cloud. Okay, and Sephiroth's gonna jump in the live stream. Sleep there for a while, come back. Vincent Valentine, they might change his origin story, but he's gonna be in there, and he's probably still gonna know Lucretia Crescent, because it was in the original. It was in the original. When you go to the waterfall cave with Vincent, you get the death penalty gun, and you also get a flashback scene of Vincent, which I think you're gonna get a flashback scene with Vincent and Lucretia. That's not related to the compilation, which means that they'll probably extend that scene. You probably will be able to play as Turk Vincent in the past, and just interact with Lucretia and Hojo the same way, So this will also sponge Vincent's father in this, because he's a compilation character only. So that will still play. Yuffie will still steal material because she lost her way because of, the Wu-Tai War. So the Wu-Tai War will still be canon. It just, like I said, it will, all the stuff that's in the completions only and not in the original games will not come into the games. So we don't got nothing to really worry about, but origin stories will be changed just a little bit. Now, I believe the Zack story, it won't be changed except for the fact there won't be no Genesis. So it would just be straight up Zack facing Sephiroth, losing to Sephiroth. Cloud picks up the Buster Sword, beats Sephiroth. Sephiroth jumps in the live stream. That happens. Years later, Cloud joins Avalanche. And I think Yuffie and Vincent's backstories will be changed, so you have to unlock them into different ways. But it will still keep the same spirit. So don't worry about the extra characters being sponged off, because anything, like this article says, anything that the original Final Fantasy VII had will stay. It will stay in the place. We just won't have any Genesis, Deep Ground, or any other things related to the compilation. In fact, I think Sephiroth is probably going to die in the end of this game, instead of split up and become the remnant. So there won't be, Advent Children will no longer be canon. So, which Yeah, it's kind of that probably kind of sucks because I was hoping you'd be able to get different outfits for Cloud, and not just only the default. No wrong with the soldier default outfit. I like that outfit, but since this is a new gen game, I was hoping for some DLC to change characters' costumes. Like for Tifa, you could get Cowgirl Tifa and put that on regular Tifa or Advent Children Tifa. Same thing with Barrett. You could switch Barrett from the original Final Fantasy VII, the remake Final Fantasy VII, and the Advent Children Barrett. And same thing with Vincent and everybody else that would probably come in, even Sid and everything. That you'll be able to change the characters' outfits. So it kind of sucks that Advent Children's not part of it because they might not do that. Because I'd like to have the chance to play all versions of Cloud. The remake Cloud, the Advent Children Cloud as, a costume. It's something I was really hoping to do. But, and I don't think, well, I guess they'd probably change it to Crisis Core Eris and Kingdom Hearts, and hopefully they'd have the Kingdom Hearts costumes. It'd be pretty awesome if they had the original, the Final Fantasy VII Remake Cloud, but with Vincent's jacket and a black wing like Kingdom Hearts as an optional costume, which I'm pretty sure you're going to have to probably pre-order Kingdom Hearts 3 to get that. But nonetheless, anything that's in the Final Fantasy VII Remake besides DLC, anything that's inside the world of Final Fantasy VII will not be tampered with from what I'm reading in this article. Except for DLC. There will be DLC for other things, but it's probably going to still stay on it. The only thing that I could picture being DLC is just some extra maps and also some costumes. But other than that, the original Final Fantasy VII Remake is not going to be touched. Only the story and characters' origins will be changed a little bit and modified a little bit. So the completion is no longer canon, but don't worry, Tetsuo Norma's not going to make this like Final Fantasy 15 like I thought he was. I thought he was going to go for Tabata's. Which, no offense, Tabata did not mean to do that stuff. Tabata was forced to make the game to pander, and that's the only thing I didn't like about. Another reason I didn't like Final Fantasy 15 that much. In my top games is because of the fact that it is because of the fact that they pandered too as well, because they got rid of that Luna Freya scene being beat up by the Niflheim General because, oh lord, you can't have female characters get hurt in video games, yet Noctis kills himself in the end of Final Fantasy 15, which, by the way, spoiler alert, yes, Noctis commits suicide. Nobody fucking bats an eye, But no, I'm not, that's a whole other topic right now. I could do a separate video for that kind of topic, but no, he was forced to make the game the way it was. Now, I think he could have put something within the 10 years of Noctis' slumber, which now he says he's going to make DLC for, but it's kind of too late at this point. But the reason why I told Tetsuo Norma not to make it like Final Fantasy 15 is because I'm really trying to help him out to make this. All the other parts of the fan base are trying to help him make this a really good game. We need this game. This game will fix all the errors Final Fantasy 15 has done. This and the Kingdom Hearts 3 will. That's why I said, as long as he keeps the spirit of the Final Fantasy 7 original, I think this is going to be a good remake. And he said he would. He's just going to change the story, so the continuity will change. But it will still be the original Final Fantasy 7 we all know and love. So may the crystal be with you. Do not worry about anything. This looks like good news.